What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? What's going on? Now today is March 5th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. But we're going to start off here in Washington, D.C., and then we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
Good to see you.
Now, starting off at the top, we have the Mechanical Animal. This is the named assault rifle with future perfection, and this week it comes with stability. Following that, we have a enhanced PP-19 with damaged targets out of cover and a future perfect. After that, we have a military AKM with headshot and ignited. And finally, for the weapons, a Prophet. This is the named Magnum with damage to targets out of cover and perfect determined. Looking at the gear items, we have a Badger Tough backpack with tech support, crit damage, and health. And finally, a Walker Harris chest piece with armor regen, skill damage, and entrench. Looking at the mods, we have headshot damage 7.2. Drone Health 8.2, Turret Skill Haste 6.0, and Sticky Bomb Duration of 6.4. Now, must buys things to look for from the Base of Ops vendor. To be honest, I would only focus on the named items. If you do not have both of these named items fully proficient, just buy a few of them as duplicates and donate them and get these items fully proficient. That way you don't have to actually use the weapons. You can just have them fully proficient for your expertise.
Thanks for your business.
And that's it for the Base of Ops vendor. Let's go over to the Countdown and Clan vendors. Now remember, the Countdown and Clan vendors are in Washington, D.C. and New York City. So I'm going to show you where they are in Washington, D.C. All right, here we go. Countdown vendor. Now, the three named items for your Countdown vendor, we have the Mechanical Animal again. But this time, this one is pretty much, it's nearly God rolled. It has near max assault rifle damage, has high health damage, and it has damage to targets out of cover with future perfection. So, all you have to do is just recalibrate. I would probably recalibrate the health damage to max and then just optimize the AR and damage to targets out of cover. After that, we have a Percussive Maintenance. This is the named backpack from Alps Summit, and it comes with the talent Perfect Tech Support. And this week it has repair skills and armor regen, which is both really good for Alps Summit, but it's not something I would use with Perfect Tech Support. So let's move on. And finally, nice, another great weapon. Baker's Dozen. This is the named classic M1A with perfect lucky shot. Now this one has damage targets out of cover on it and max rifle damage. So what I would do, pick this one up, just recalibrate the crit hit damage to max, and then optimize that damage to targets out of cover. That'll take you one recalibration and one optimization. All right. And that is it for your Countdown vendor. Let's run over here to the Clan vendor. Now, just a reminder, DoD, Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms. So if you are interested in joining our clan, just make sure you join me over there on Discord. And we have a few tabs for each of the platforms. That way you can sign up for the list. And then we can send out a mass invite whenever we have spots open. But all right, so after saying that, we have the Clan vendor. Here we go.
Glad you're here, Agent.
Starting off with the Hermano. This is the named Brazos de Arquebus backpack with perfect overclock. And this one comes with crit chance and hazard protection. We have gear set items, Aces and Eights mask with explosive resistance, Foundry Bulwark mask with armor regen, which is really good, and finally a hardwired chest piece with repair skills. Going to the high-end items, we have a M700 Tactical with crit hit damage and First Blood, Tactical Super 90 with optimal range and perpetuation, a F2000 with accuracy and sadist. Following that, we have a Alps Summit backpack with concussion, hazard, and crit hit damage, Araldi Holdings holster with skill damage and weapon handling, Electric backpack with unstoppable force, status effects, and weapon handling. And finally, a 511 backpack with concussion, status effects, and skill haste. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.4, skill haste 10.7, crit chance 5.0, and seeker mine health of 6.7. Now, must buys things to look for from the clan vendor. The Foundry Bulwark mask is a good one. That definitely is a good one. I mean, the F2000 with Sadist would be really good with, say, Perfectly Wicked and the Ridgeway's Pride exotic chest piece. So this could be a really good weapon to use. I would just recalibrate the accuracy off for, say, damage to targets out of cover or armor damage. All right, that's it for the clan vendor. And that is it for the base of ops. Now let's go west, and then we will double back east, starting with the campus settlement. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. Now let's run over here to the campus settlements. Big money, big money, big money, and no whammies.
You need it? It's here. Check it out.
Starting with the Commando. This is the named SVD with Perfectly Naked, and it comes with crit hit damage. Following that, we have a SR1, or SRS-A1, there we go, with accuracy and fast hands, and finally a Black Market M60 with stability and strained. Looking at the gear items, we have Alp Summit Mask with skill damage crit chance, and Walker Harris Holster with weapon handling and repair skills. Looking at the mods, we have Repair Skills 15.6, Chem Launcher Radius 5.9, Hive Duration 4.1, Pulse Skill Haste of 4.8, and Trap Shock Radius of 6.1. Now, must buys from the campus, nothing.
Your business
All right.
is a
So long to the campus, and let's go over to the Dark Zone vendors, starting with Dark Zone West. West! Let's go! Now, just a reminder, each of these Dark Zone vendors, you can only purchase their goods with DZ resources. So to double check your DZ resources, go over to your resource tab and toggle down to the keys, and just above the keys, you will see the Dark Zone resources. Now, for example, you can see right here, I'm at 262 out of 999. So if I want more Dark Zone resources, I have to go into the Dark Zone and either open up the little blue boxes, or I have to deconstruct contaminated items in my bag and then extract. All right, so that's how you get Dark Zone resources. That's how you see your Dark Zone resources. Now here is Dark Zone West. Oh, snap! Starting with the Rock and Roll Shotgun. This is going to be a must-buy. Doesn't matter. It's a must-buy. This is a PvP exclusive named shotgun. You can only get the shotgun in the Dark Zone, Conflict, or out of named item caches. Now, of course, you can go into Descent and try to get the blueprint from a reconstructed cache, but this is the easiest way. Just come over here right now to DZ West and pick it up. 152 DZ resources. Now, it does come with accuracy, so what I would say is just recalibrate that accuracy off for, say, damage to targets out of cover, and you'll be good to go. Moving on, we have a SASG-12 with headshot damage and sledgehammer, and finally a classic M1A with stability and eyeless. Looking at the gear items, we have Cavalier gloves with health, Aegis knee pads with status effects, Golden Gear gloves with crit chance and headshot damage, and finally Lingmo knee pads with status effects and crit chance. Looking at the mods, we have Protection from Elites 11.0, Seeker Mind Skill Haste 5.0, Shield Damage Bonus 1.0, Firefly Skill Haste 5.9, and Decoy Health of 6.0. Now, must-buys from DZ West, I would say the Rock and Roll Shotgun. Pick it up right meow. All right.
Thanks.
And now let's take our talents down south to the Deep South. Dark Zone South. Let's get it. All right, we got a Rock and Roll. Let's see what else we can get. Big money, big money, big money. No whammies. Dark Zone South. Starting with the Zero F's chess piece. This is perfectly unbreakable with crit chance and health. This is a great chess piece to pick up. I would say pick this one up and recalibrate the health off for crit hit damage, and you could go double crit with your perfectly unbreakable. And remember, perfectly unbreakable will repair 100% of your armor once it's depleted. Following that, we have a AUG SMG with damage to armor and ignited. Decent. A Carbine 7 with reload speed and reformation. And a D50 with stability and close and personal. Looking at the gear items, we have a Umbra backpack with skill haste. Aces and Eights chest piece with headshot damage. Heligard backpack with weapon handling, headshot, and unstoppable force. And finally, a Murakami chess piece with focus, weapon handling, and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have headshot damage 6.9, drone health of 8.2, turret duration of 6.1, and sticky bomb skill haste of 4.2. Now, must-buys, things to look for from DZ South. I would say pick up the Zero F's chess piece, make it double crit, and you are good to go. All right, that's it for DZ South. Let's make a pit stop over here to the castle settlement. Maybe we can pet the dog, listen to some really loud music, and then we'll make our way to DZ
Combat
East.
simulation program active.
All right, here we go. Oop, there's the dog. What's up, Ransom? Oh, and then Ransom started walking away. I missed it. All right, well, there's the doggy. Have a good day, doggy. And here we go. Castle settlement, big money, no whammies. Starting with the Dare. This is the named GR9 with perfect flatline, and this week it comes with stability. Following that, we have a Relic. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect determined, and it comes with crit hit damage. Following that, we have a GR9 with crit chance and sadist, a Grupo mask with explosive resistance and skill damage, and finally a Brazos de Arquebus holster with hazard and weapon handling. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 16.2, we have Kim launcher and snare health 14.2, hive health of 7.6, pulse radius of 8.8, and finally trap duration of 4.1. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the castle settlement. The Dare is a great LMG to use with perfect flatline. Just make sure you recalibrate that stability off for damage to armor, and you're good to go. The GR9 is also really good with Sadist. You could put this on a Ridgeway's Pride chest piece build with, like, say, Perfectly Wicked, and just recalibrate that crit chance off for armor damage, and you'd be good to go. The Relic also is a great named weapon with perfect determined. You can just spam headshots and just kill everything instantly. It's really fun. This one, though, you would have to optimize a little bit for that marksman rifle and headshot, but I would say just recalibrate that crit hit damage off for damage targets at a cover, and you're good to go. All right, so that's it for the castle settlement. Now let's go over to DZ East. Now, DZ East, I do not go to the main entrance. I go to the Alpha checkpoint. The reason why is you might hit this double loading,
Hostiles.
or
Guarding location
you can just
nearby.
exit the checkpoint like that. Boom,
Access
super
complete.
quick. Now, instead of going all the way to the main gate and running all the way down here, we're already at the vendor. Now, here we go.
Hi.
Dark Zone
Good to see you.
East. Starting with the Night Watcher. This is the Heligard mask with scanner pulse haste as an attribute. Comes with crit chance. I mean, it's not bad. It's okay. Moving on with a Tactical 308 with magazine size and vindictive. And finally, a Infantry MG5 with breadbasket and crit hit damage. Looking at the gear items, we have Aegis mask with skill damage. True Patriot, nice. This is a really good True Patriot holster. Too bad it's at a Dark Zone vendor. But True Patriot holster max armor, all you have to do is recalibrate that crit hit damage off for whatever it is you want, and it'll automatically be god rolled because everything will be maxed out. Following that, we have a Golden Gear mask with explosive resistance and skill damage. And finally, a Douglas and Harding holster with headshot damage and hazard protection. Looking at the mods, we have Skill Haste 10.2, Chem Launcher and Snare Duration 7.3, Hive +4 Repair Charges, Pulse Radius of 8.6, and Trap Duration of 5.9. Now, must-buys, things to look for from DZ East. The Night Watcher really isn't bad. It's just not something I would run, but it does have crit chance on it. All you have to do, I mean, you could max out the armor and then just optimize that crit chance. The True Patriot's really good. All you have to do is change that bottom attribute and you're good to go. I mean, that's a really good one. That's really about it.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded
All
by
right.
hostiles.
So DZ East is done. Now it's time to go to our last stop in Washington, D.C., the theater. The theater. Go into the theater. You're such a thespian. All right, here we go.
Come on over and take a look.
All right, the theater settlement, starting with the Artist Tool. This is the named rifle with Perfect Rifleman, and it comes with armor damage. Not bad. Following that, we have a Black Market SASG-12 with headshot and fast hands. And finally, a SIG 716 with accuracy and rifleman. Looking at the gear items, we have Badger Tough gloves with headshot and weapon handling. And finally, a Heliguard pair of knee pads. Ooh. Pick these up. Holy crap. Armor regen and crit chance. Like what? If you run 3 pieces of Heliguard, you get 2% armor regen. This is big. Definitely pick this one up. Put this together with 3 pieces of Heliguard, 2 pieces of Golden Gear, and the Bellstone Armory. And thank me later.
Good, Agent.
And finally, looking at the mods, we have Protection from Elites 11.0, Seeker Mine Radius 4.2, Shield Deflector Damage 4.2, Firefly Damage 6.0, and Decoy Health of 6.0. Must buys things to look for from the theater. Nah, not really. Oh, yeah, duh. Pick up the knee pads. Armor Regen Crit Chance Heliguard. Yeah, pick those up. Psh, come on. All right. And that is it for Washington, D.C. Let's finish up in New York City. And we are going to have 2 vendors left. We have Marco at the top of the escalator, and then we have Roy Benitez just outside. But again, if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up, support the channel, and make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my Division uploads. We do this every day. All right, here we go. Marco.
You looking to
And
trade?
starting off at the top with the SOCOM Mark 16 with stability and overflowing. Following that, we have a surplus SVD with crit chance and perpetuation, a double barrel shotgun with damage targets at a cover and sadist, nice, and finally a M1911 with crit chance and preservation. Looking at the gear items, we have Murakami chest piece with skill damage, hazard, and protected reload. Ugh. Moving on, we have Beltstone Armory knee pads with health and explosive resistance, and finally Richter and Kaiser mask with health and headshot damage. Looking at the mods, we have Disorient Resistance 8.4, Crit Chance 4.5, Drone Duration 6.5, Hive +4 repair charges, and Decoy Duration of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look for from Marco. I mean, not really. Not really. All right.
That was a great trade.
And that is it. We are now going to our last vendor of the video, Roy Benitez. But wait, make sure you interact with the dog a few times. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? Make sure you pet him, and then the second interaction will be something random. Look at these drones just randomly flying around now. It's busy over here at the Haven. All right, so we pet the dog. Do one more. Let's see what the interaction is. Oh, is he about to try to roll over? No, he's just chilling. Oh, what's up, man? All right. Our last vendor is Roy Benitez.
Hey,
Starting off
agent.
with the tactical MK16 with stability and on empty. Following that, we have a Model 700 with magazine size and bread basket, a 612 shotgun with health damage and optimist, and finally a X45 with reformation and max swap speed. Looking at the gear items, we have Overlord chest piece of repair skills, health, and trauma, Araldi gloves with hazard and crit hit damage, and Douglas and Harding mask with status effects and armor regen. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, crit damage 9.9, drone deflector duration 6.2, chem launcher duration 4.1, and sticky bomb blast radius of 4.9. Now, must-buys things to look for from Roy Benitez. The Araldi gloves are actually pretty good. All you have to do is recalibrate that hazard protection off for crit chance. You could have double crit Araldi gloves. And remember, whenever you run 3 pieces of Araldi, you get armor damage. If you run Contractor's gloves, you also get armor damage. If you run 2 pieces of Walker Harris, you also get armor damage. The difference is with Araldi, you get this with the marksman rifle and the headshot. So if you put this together with, like, say, Fox's Prayer, maybe, I don't know, maybe a little concussion, you'd have a lot of fun. So pick these up, go double crit. You can thank me later.
Glad we could help each other
And
out.
that's it, everyone. That is your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for today, March 5th. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. Have a great day. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.